Hey everyone, Stephen Glicker here from Roll for Combat, and once again it looks like Wizards of the Coast has done something incredibly dumb that is just going to anger people and piss off fans. This is the best part. They're now pissing off and angering new fans that maybe didn't even know who they were. That's right. I can't even believe this happened. I had to double check all the sources to make sure this was actually occurring because today's April 1st. But yes, it looks like that Wizards of the Coast managed to piss off the Stardew Valley community. So, quick overview. There is this game. It's called Stardew Valley. If you don't know it, it's a cozy game. It's been out for a couple of years. It's incredibly popular. It's one of the most popular, successful video games of all time. There's another video game that's doing extremely well, very successful. Probably heard of it, called Baldur's Gate 3. Well, the thing about Stardew Valley is that there's a lot of mods, and someone came out, a single individual, with a mod called Baldur's Village. And this is a very fun little cozy mod, as you can see here, where they actually took 20 beautiful new hand-drawn characters, 6 new locations, new shops, special items, events, and more, and took them from Baldur's Gate 3 and put them into Stardew Valley. And you can even have romances with some of these characters and so forth. Well, what happens? You can probably guess. Wizards of the Coast saw this. They did a DMCA takedown. The mod was gone on March 29th. Suddenly, people were incensed. They were crazy. There's been a ton of information asking what the heck's going on. Why was the mod taken down? And of course, it came out that Wizards of the Coast actually sent out the DCMA to take down the mod, and of course was threatening legal action if the mod wasn't taken down. Then something interesting happened. Sven Vick, the Larian CEO, actually publicly came out and said the mod was amazing work, that it was, I'm looking for the exact quote. I'll say, amazing work, great mod. So much love. Those are what some of the quotes of his. Well, what do you know? He then, after it was taken down, he said that fan mods, quote, shouldn't be treated like commercial ventures that infringe on your property. And then what happens? Well, Wizards of the Coast retracts its mod takedown and says it was a mistake, and the mod is back up, if you can see it now. But of course, on the Baldur's Gate 3 Reddit, there was thousands of votes, and you can imagine. You can imagine what happened. It's not quite as big as the OGL, but it was a pretty big outrage, to say the least. Now, I'm going to defend, I swear to God, I know you guys are crazy here. I'm actually going to defend Wizards of the Coast for 1 second. I will tell you why. Because this could have actually been a mistake. Now, let me tell you why. So these DCM takedowns, it's impossible to police the internet. So they used bots. These bots just scour the internet continuously looking for anything that infringes on your rights. Now, let's take out Baldur's Gate 3 and let's put in Marvel or Disney or Star Wars. And imagine there was a mod made for those characters. What do you think would happen? It would probably be taken down. And what would happen is one of these bots would find it. A DCM takedown is automatically sent out. It is all automated, and that's it. Eventually Humanoid might step in and take a look, and that's probably what happened here. It probably didn't even get touched by a human. It was just done by automation. And the way it works in law is that if you don't defend your IP and defend your rights, then you don't own it. So it's actually important for Wizards of the Coast to defend their IP, because what happens if this wasn't Stardew Valley, which is a very cozy, very innocent, fun game? But what happens if it was put into something not so fun, not so cozy, that you were actually doing something horrible to these characters? That's not something they want to be associated with. So they retracted the DCMA, they supported the mod makers, and so forth. So, just to play devil's advocate for a second, I actually think it could have been a mistake. I believe it was probably done with an automated system, and then when they found out, that they actually apologized and then removed the DCMA and allows the mod to continue. Now, is it still a PR nightmare, and is it still a big pain in the neck for Wizards of the Coast? Yeah, you better believe it is. And they really got to be paying attention to these things, you know? Maybe instead of having these DCMAs go out automatically, maybe they should be reviewing them. worst part is maybe they did review it and they just thought, oh, we don't want anything to be associated with it. But dude, these are two of the most popular video games in history. And this will do nothing except help your brand. So why would you not allow a fan mod like this, especially a fan mod so wholesome and innocent? Yeah. Well, anyhow, we'll see how that plays out. And by the way, speaking of April 1st, we have a little tradition here at Roll for Combat. Every single year, whoop, wrong video. Every single year, we put out a free Roll for Combat April Fool's Ancestry. This started 3 years ago where we put out Dungeons, which you can get right now on Battlezoo.com. After we did Dungeons, we did Otherworlders, where you can play yourself. That's right, you can play yourself in D&D or Pathfinder. Last year, we did Fusions, where you can play up to 2 to 4 characters in the same character. Or sorry, 2 to 4 players in the same character, in the same body. You can play a Hydra, you can play a two-headed ogre, you can play a Cerebus. Really cool. We're actually expanding that if you go to legends.rollforcombat.com right now on Battlezoo Ancestry Living Legends Kickstarter, where we're expanding that. You can even play a Quintron. That's right, 5 characters in one body. You can Voltron this up. This year, absolutely free at Battlezoo.com. You can play Demigod. There's a free PDF for Pathfinder and 5e, free tokens, free animated tokens, free static tokens, free path builder, and of course a free automated Foundry module, both for 5e and Pathfinder. Check it out, completely free, written by Mark Seifter, one of the co-creators of Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Yes, it's completely balanced. Yes, you get to make your own religion, and yes, the other party members can worship you, and you might even give them boons just by being a demigod. So check that out now. Happy April Fools, everyone. I will see and talk to you all later. Bye.